A very good morning to all of you. Thank you very much, Professor Demeter, for all those sentiments, and you have accelerated some of the things, unfortunately. The chief guest, Mr. Vindendra Sharan, Sri Lanka and Maldives country representative of United Nations FAO, Professor Jessica Fanso, the keynote speaker, Professor Udit Jayasinghe, the Secretary, Minister of Agriculture, Professor Terence Magujit, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor C.M.V. Demeter, the Director, PGIA, newly appointed Dean Professor Kodituaku, other Deans of Faculties, past Directors, Directors of other PG institutes, the Coordinator, Professor Bandaranayaka, and Organizing Committee, guest speakers, PASA President, Mr. Damit Silva, media representative, distinguished guests, paper presenters, ladies and gentlemen. While wishing you a perfect morning, it gives me great pleasure to be here today to address the 33rd Annual Congress in my capacity as the Vice Chancellor. I am grateful to the Director and staff of the PGIA for making every effort to continue this annual session despite the global pandemic. Chief Guest, sir, you have been here only a couple of months. I know how busy when you take up a new office and to spare time to visit a place like Candid from Colombo. That shows the significance that you have attached to the University of Pennsylvania and PGIA. I know that there are representatives of international agencies and the countries in Colombo for last 3 years or so who haven't had much time to visit Candid. But you are one of those exceptions. And also, the assistance given by FAO and the collaboration that we had over the decades with PGIA and University of Pennsylvania needs to be highly appreciated at this moment. Professor Udit Jayasinghe, I am very happy to see you here for 3 good reasons. You have been a friend, and a friendship that we initiated while I was working at Weinberg University about 3.5 years ago. And then subsequently, now you work as the Secretary, Minister of Agriculture. A very difficult task, but a very important task for this country. And also, despite you being a senior academic there at Weinberg, Dean and a Vice Chancellor, you never forgot the root. Thank you very much for those qualities that you have exhibited. Professor Demeter, and I have worked with you very closely, you as the Director of the PGIA, and I really appreciate the great effort that you have taken to steer this institution during this difficult period. At the outset, let me state that the University of Pennsylvania is proud to be the parent university of the Postgraduate Institute of Agriculture, the country's first postgraduate institute. Professor Kodituaku said his faculty is the mother to the PGIA. If you consider the faculty as the mother, of course the university becomes the grandmother, and I will be the grandfather. I am the grandfather for a couple of years. Since its inception in 1975, while working with the Faculty of Agriculture of the University of Pennsylvania, the parent university, and agriculture faculties of other universities except UVLAS, and other partner entities, the PGIA has played a pivotal role in advancing agricultural education and research in Sri Lanka. PGIA held its first research conference in 1989, coordinated by Professor Sarath Bandara, who passed away in September this year. He was a well-recognized researcher and a teacher by excellence who would have happily noted the steady progress made in the standards of the Congress and the research conducted by PGIA. He will be appreciated at the Senate meeting in a couple of hours' time today. Ladies and gentlemen, this Congress is truly a unique platform for us to come together and shape the future of sustainable development, especially in the agriculture sector of this country. In this regard, I understand that the PGIA has approximately 1,850 students, of which the highest number is enrolled in master's program. A full range of 30-odd master programs are delivered by PGIA. Research, a substantial component of your academic programs, has created a platform for researchers from the agriculture faculty of our university also to contribute and collaborate with you. However, I believe, as you mentioned, there is more to be done. In this context, we agree that the PGIA is appropriately placed to identify national needs and embark on addressing broad and important societal issues. I suppose such areas include the good agricultural practice and the system that needs to be propagated in this country, and mitigating problems related to its introduction in Sri Lankan context, and the maintenance of such practice and evaluating the outcomes. I understand there are many in your professional field outside the university system, not academics, who like to pursue research studies and research degrees. This may emanate from your long history, the catalytic effects of research training that your undergraduates receive in this institution and in the university, and the impact of the need to address pressing national needs. In this context, many in the agriculture sector may also like to use the PGIA as a vehicle to acquire foreign research qualifications and collaboration. Through networking with foreign entities, you will be able to assist those aspiring professionals with opportunities to embark on joint master's and doctoral programs. The primary purpose of research is to advance knowledge and technology for human development, and when it is applied to the field of agriculture, research also includes understanding how agricultural systems work and farming communities interact, necessitating a multidisciplinary and comprehensive approach to solving issues. Thus, the PGIA has a national role to play in Sri Lanka's farming sector and the country's overall economic development. On the surface, shallow thinking, one may tend to limit the relevance of PGIA only to the Faculty of Agriculture or faculties in the country and the field of agriculture, thereby ignoring, unfortunately, its appropriateness to wider areas linked with agriculture. For example, my field, which is very closely related to agriculture, the health and the agriculture practices, and social sciences related to those engaged in the agriculture sector, are two areas that the PGIA can easily expand into pursue collaborative studies. The University of Peradeniya, being a comprehensive university with 9 natural and social science faculties, fit well with implementing such desirable activities. Furthermore, there are 3 other PG institutes whose students might like to, as you, Director, mentioned, learn from your institute and vice versa. Should we think of a credit transfer system between PG institutes and also with international institutes? As was stated earlier, in addressing significant questions related to agriculture, the PGIA will be required to collaborate with relevant national and international entities and rapidly expand its research culture. For this purpose, PGIA needs to work hard to expand its research facilitation fund, which you have already established, so that mega projects that are of national relevance, Professor Udai can be undertaken independently of other depleted funding sources. Some of the recent initiatives of the PGIA include working closely with the National Invention Commission to encourage the students to come up with innovative products and outcomes for commercialization. Is most encouraging this kind of initiative. And also, I understand that the mechanisms are in place to promote publishing. I think these are excellent moves by the PGIA and resonate well with the initiatives of the university by its subdivisions such as the University Research Council, BLITO, INRO, and Munich. Moving from research to your other plans, I am glad that the PGIA is developing its strategic plan in alignment with the university's strategic plan. This will allow the parent university and the PGIA to pursue a well-focused approach to strive towards excellence. While this is laudable, I request that you extend beyond the university's strategic plan boundaries to prevent you from not capitalizing on the tremendous potential possessed by the PGIA. Another area to be mentioned is the quality of programs that you offer. Improving curriculum as per national and international norms and the needs of our people is of paramount importance. Instilling quality and making it a living culture has no limits. Program reviews will come to PGIA sooner than you expected, and it will be an arduous task to prepare PGIA and its 30-odd number of programs for assessment by external reviewers, as you mentioned. I'm sure that the experience of the university in this regard will be beneficial for the PGIA to achieve rapid progress, ladies and gentlemen. Pursuing agriculture development as a multi-dimensional concept at the national level is possible and necessary. It should be done in a broader sense, addressing national thrust areas in education, knowledge creation, and innovation. The university is right here to provide necessary support and expand mutually beneficial collaboration to achieve such goals. In this regard, I am incredibly pleased with the close interaction that has been developed recently between the PGIA and the university through your able leadership. However, there remain some more to be done, and the university is thriving on it. Finally, I congratulate all the presenters and speakers on their valuable contributions and wish them a productive and memorable experience. I hope you will join us next year too. I wish you a fruitful conference. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.